Okay, so. Oh, yeah. Let's have a look. See, the teams haven't started just yet. So, welcome everybody. My name is Sean, aka Monkey Juice. Thank you for joining me tonight. It looks like we're going to have a really good game tonight. It's Grubsnik's Boyz versus Heartbreakers Lifetakers. It's going to be an interesting one. Heartbreakers Lifetakers, definitely the underdogs in this match. Just quickly see if I can find their teams. So, Grubsnik's Boyz. Here we go. This is what Grubsnik's Boyz are going to be playing with tonight. Yeah, Ninja Bread, hyped indeed. So we've got Ugg the Troll. He's looking like he's in pretty good form there. And we've got obviously the key players here are players like Modaka. What a thrower! Look at that. Blodge, accurate, beautiful. Motif, Gulscragger Jr. Both players to watch in this match. They're going to be bringing a lot of pain. And Tufgob there, also one to keep an eye on. He's taken a little bit of a beating in previous match. Yeah, he's broken his neck in a previous match, but that hasn't stopped him. He's back for the fight. Hello, Fat Man Run. Orchids, thank you very much for the follows, by the way. Chewy Nation, yeah, I'm excited too. It's going to be a good one. That's great. Thank you very much, Fat Man Run, for the follow. Let's have a look. Here we go. Heartbreakers Lifetakers had a pretty nasty game in their last match. Yep, he's Bim Bambino is away with a niggle. Thank you very much, Mumbo Jambo Coco Jambo. Excellent name. Still a pretty formidable team. That's the thing with Dark Elves, is they can take a bashing and they're still scary to play against. Only 2 blitzers. But we've got our runner and our Witch Elf here, and look at that Witch Elf. Beautiful Witch Elf there. Ooh. What she got there, is that a niggle? Ooh, damaged back, so that could come back to haunt her, but we'll soon see. Chewy Nation, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Let's see if we can't find this match. Should be on any moment now. So yeah, they've taken a bit of a beating of the Dark Elves, and hopefully it wasn't too much of a drubbing to put them out of the running. Definitely the underdogs here, and it'll be interesting to see as well in the second match, in our second match for the semi-finals. We've got Not Sure Yet, which is a really formidable Necro team, versus Orc Bashman. And yeah, they've taken another team that's taken a bit of a beating and dropped quite a few points. Again, let's see if I can't find those teams, and that's going to be on tomorrow at 12 PM UTC. And let's have a quick look. Search that. Not Sure Yet. So this is the Monkey Jones. So it's quite a seasoned team. This team's been around for a little while now. You can see we've got some pretty high-level players here. Morlock Paws and Morlock Red Claws. And yeah, they are nasty. Look at that. Blodge, Mighty Blow, Tackle, extra movement. He is rapid and deals out a lot of pain. We've got Blodge Ghoul there. Dodge, Wrestle. Wow, yeah, that's a tough team. A tough team to have to face. And let's have a look. There we go. Orc Bash Man. Now they have taken quite a beating in their previous match. Big thank you, Ek314, for the host. Much appreciated. Yeah, okay. Nothing but 0s and 1s. Yeah, so they're not doing too badly, but they had a bit of a rough match in their previous game, and it's left them with a pretty low team value. But that's okay. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to go with when it comes to purchasing their inducements. Okay, let's head over, see if the match has begun yet. The teams will be getting ready, stretching themselves off. There we go. Good evening, everyone. Yes, good inducements for the Delves. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to buy. Definitely interesting to see what they go for. Good evening, Cossack. Yeah, this will be an interesting one. It's both the matches were being treated to an underdog overdog match by the looks of things. Yeah, so the team's less developed for the Orcs. The Orc Hitman team, they've only had the one season. They were picked as a wild card, and that means that they are much less experienced. Thank you for the follow, Pyro TJ. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Yeah, it means they're going to struggle a little bit when it comes to dealing with the far more experienced Necro team. Yeah, much less developed. But to say that they've only had the one season to really get going, they've done really well for themselves. You know, Mighty Blow, Tackle, Jump Up, Blitzer. Here, 0001. Brilliant. Really impressive to see all of that in such a short space of time. We've got a rapid Blitzer here in 0011. Wow. So it's not a terrible team, but it's certainly not a very well developed one. It might work against them, but we'll soon see. That Pyro TJ, who has just joined, just followed one of the two coaches who's going to be playing. Let's have a quick look. Yep, that just came online. Thank you very much, Mumbo Jambo, Coco Jambo. Okay. Still waiting on the coaches there. That's okay. Yeah, so huge difference in team value. Yeah, 1370 for the Dark Elves, 1900 for the Orcs. So if my maths is correct, that is a whopping 530,000 in inducements. Yeah, wild card, the best team outside the three top teams. Yep, that's right. Yeah, so it'll be really interesting. Really interesting to see how the newer team gets on against one of the tougher, more experienced teams. Necro has never, well, I find personally Necro never is a very good matchup for me. The speed of the ghouls and the werewolves matched with the strength of the golems and the blocking whites. It's a tough team to play against. It's a tough team to play against, but they did, Orc Hitman managed to do a really great job of getting to where they are. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep that up. Let's have a look, see how that's going on, that match. Okay. Cossack, always hate playing Necro. Yeah, I think they're my kryptonite. This is the Ryder Cup EU champ versus US champ. Ah, excellent. Very interesting. Oh wow, so yeah, overall at the Totally Relaxed Blood Bowl League, the US has won the title the most, so they've managed to win it the most often. Our European counterparts are the Dark Elves, Heartbreakers Lifetakers. Of course, the underdog here. So the underdog Dark Elf team against a pretty formidable Orc team. Yeah, yeah, the underdog Delves for the win, Cossack, yeah. Cossack keeping his fingers crossed there for the Elves. Who'd have thought that people would be rooting for Elves, eh? Of all the races to root for. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they get on, especially if America or those players who are from the US have managed to win the title the most times. It'll be interesting to see if they can keep that up. Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how they get on with that. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Necro teams, but they're pretty rough. When it comes to Orc and Delve teams, with the Delves, I played against Delves quite a few times, and they can be unpredictable. So they don't need to have too many players on the field. I was saying before about the fact they've only got 2 blitzers. Well, 2 blitzers isn't necessarily death sentence for the Dark Elves. Because you only really need to have a handful of players to be able to pull off some really crazy stuff. And it'll be interesting to see how they get on. Just take another look at that Delph team while we wait for the match to get underway. So, Heartbreakers, our underdog team for today, playing against Grubsnik's boys. Johnny Sins, Strength 4 Blitzer. See, this is what I'm talking about, Blodge Strength 4 Blitzer. That's terrifying. Hot Pot Harry there. This is going to be the second Blitzer, only 2 of them in the match. Blodge, Mighty Blow, Tackle, another formidable player. Clearly an experienced team. If I'm not mistaken, this team has managed to inflict 141 injuries in their career, which is incredible. In fact, we can go over to the statistics right now. There is 141 injuries inflicted, 6 kills, so they are definitely living up to the title of Lifetakers. 19 casualties inflicted. Ouch. Nice. Look at that. Look at that for yards running. 1,594. Absolutely brilliant. Here goes some of their most recent matches here. And of course, for those of you who have Blood Bowl 2, you can always go and watch these games back. So if you're interested to see how the team got on in their gaming history, that's the place to go. Cabal TV. Talking of Cabal TV, let's have a look, see if that match is underway just yet. No, not just yet. Yeah, so if the Ninja Bread Man says, so if the EU wins this, and then they're back level. Not that he's biased, of course. Oh, so you can only watch back the last 2 games. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, yeah. These last 2 games. Grubsnik's boys here. Let's have a look at some of their statistics. A very inspirational team motto there. WAG. Very good. Very Yorkish. Now they have a whopping 327 injuries, only 5 kills, so not as many as the Lifetakers. Very interesting. 57 casualties though. It's pretty formidable. And they've run just about as after their average score of 1. So that's interesting. Let's have a look at that. So there's an average score of 1 for the Grubsniks boys. Average score of 1, and our Heartbreakers each game have been scoring an average of 1. Ooh, this is going to be a close one. So the Elves haven't exactly been high scorers. Okay, no match just yet. The team's obviously having a A little bit of time with their coaches. A little bit of time with the coaches, getting clued up on what to expect from the coming match. I imagine it's going to be pretty tense in those locker rooms. Yeah. And of course the players will want to be getting stretched off and ready to play. Yeah, I believe the next match that the Marham Tornadoes, which is my team that's been in this league, is going to be against the Condottieri Crusaders. This is a team coached by none other than Ninja Bread Man himself. Let's have a look at what this team's going. Ooh, look at that. 4 blitzers. That's a pretty nasty Giovanni Bandenere there, looking pretty formidable. Yeah, it is, yeah. Mighty Blow and Guard. Ooh, oh dear, one of the catchers, Duke of Parma, is a beautiful catcher, movement 9, but he's going to be missing the next game. What's happened to him? Oh, just a broken jaw, so he'll be back. Strength 4 lineman, so Lodricio Visconti, he's been pumping some iron at the gym, packing on the weight. Guido D'Alandriano is doing a pretty good job as thrower. So a couple of experienced players there. Sadly, one of the 2 catchers missing that match. It'll be interesting to see how they get on. Haven't actually had a look at so that was the position 1. I did wonder. The Ogre died game 5. Oh dear. This is the Marham Tornadoes who they're going to be facing. 2 Blodge Blitzers. Arcauna managed to get himself Mighty Blow in the last match. We've got ourselves a Block Agility 5 catcher in Arlatan. Did have a second really well developed catcher. Unfortunately, he died a hideous death. Oh, okay. I'm getting word now from Fat Man Run that the game is on. Oh. Not seeing the game. There it is. Thanks for the help, fellas. Oh, weird. They're swapped around. That's great, Ninja Man. Yeah, thanks, Ninja Man. Fat Man Rum, Zopra. Got that game now. The game's coming on. Oh, man, this will be interesting to see how it goes. Yep, the game's loading now, folks. Thanks for the help. I was a little bit confused there. We got there in the end. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, here we are. Oh! We're already straight in. Okay. Oh, so interesting. Heartbreakers have decided to go with Eldril Sidewinder and a Wizard. Wow. Got the Apo and a couple of babes too. So Wizard, a couple of babes, Eldril Sidewinder there. Those of you who aren't familiar with him. We've got Nerves of Steel, Pass Block, Course Loner, Catch, Dodge, and Hypnotic Gaze. We've seen Hypnotic Gaze just used on Thrasher there. Here we go. Johnny Sins running in. Whoa, for a blitz on the ball carrier. Oh, he gets a hit, but it's just a push. Mo Daka's been here before. He knows what's going on. Manages to stay on his feet. No doubt he's shaking in his boots a little bit after that blitz there, which went straight through the Orc line. Oh yeah, good point. yeah. It's a good idea to leave the stream if you're playing in this match. Ugg is already on the ground. He's not hurt, just down. Ooh. Wabi Sabi there. Hot Pot Harry. They're just having a little think. What are they going to do next to try and give Johnny Sins a bit of a helping hand? Johnny Sins a daring blitz there. Managed to break through the Orc line. Looks like the Orcs have tried to come round one side. Taken down Elfbear, but Elfbear's fine. Elfbear there, just a rookie on this team. Come to help out just for today. A beautiful pitch. Look at this. This is really fancy. That's Hot Pot Harry there. Sweeps past 1-2. Whoa, pushes himself. Now Modaka's under a lot of pressure. Basher the second. He's gone quite far into that half. Oh, a skillful dodge there by Gertrude. Gut rip. Gertrude managing to sneak around. Ooh, we're going to see Espresso Enthusiast. Yeah, he's definitely had his coffee this morning. Time is running out for the Dark Elves. They're going to have to be quick. Wabi Sabi Wilson gets out of the way. Here we go, Elfbear just running around, causing a little bit of a nuisance for the Orcs as they try to get back round to their thrower. The thrower, Modaka, in a lot of trouble now. A lot of pressure from the Dark Elves. Oh, beautiful hit there by Thrasher. Takes down Eadbian, one of the journeymen for the team. Eadbian not hurt there. Four password resets, but now front row. Welcome, El Widgerino. El Widgerino, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Good to have you join us, buddy. Okay. Ooh, got a Smasher racing down the field there. Be interesting to see what the Orcs do. Oh, this is a tough one. What's Smasher got? Smasher there, he does have guard. He's good at helping out his fellow players when it comes to their blocks. Mayhem says best username ever. Yeah, it took me a little while to figure out how on earth to say it, but it is pretty impressive. Here we go. Motif. Thought he was going to try and do the blitz here, just to push Modaka out of harm's way. It's just a push. He was no doubt looking for a knockdown there. Oh no, he does get the knockdown. He's got tackle, of course. Of course he has tackle. Motif tackling Hot Pot Harry to the ground there, freeing up Modaka. Now Modaka needs to have a think about what on earth he's going to do with that ball. There's a lot of pressure from the Dark Elves. Have they put on too much pressure too fast? I think we're about to find out. There we go. Modaka racing around there. No doubt he feels pretty comfortable alongside Smasher. Very experienced Black Orc. There's a great play there by the Orcs. Motif managing to make some space. That's the annoying thing here is with Eldrill's Sidewinder. Having played against him myself, it's difficult to deal with that hypnotic gaze. You know, you have to build your cage carefully. The Orcs know what they're doing though, just biding their time, trying to think of the best positions for their players. Excellent, Grubsnik moving in there, giving a little bit of help for Modaka. Still that side's a little bit open, but that's fine. To that, Goldscragger says, don't worry, I'm on it. Ooh, a great shot there by Tooth Gob. Basher the second, moving in, just trying to keep Eldrill in place. There we are, just finishing off that cage. It's a loose cage, one tooth. Just moving in. Okay, interesting. It'll be good to see what the Dark Elves do to counter this. It's pretty tough with the kinds of players that they have. This Orc team is a pretty formidable force to have to try and deal with. Of course, we have Gertrude Gut Rip marking a corner there. Eadbian jumping onto his feet. We missed that. Ugg moved up the field, managed to get back on his feet. He had been knocked down earlier, but he's back up and in the running. Dark Elves having a good think about where they want to go next. As I say, Gertrude here is marking one of the corners. The tricky thing is, Grubsnik is already tough enough without having to also deal with Smasher, who's going to be getting in the way also. Motif also being a nuisance for the Dark Elf team. There is the chance for a one dice there. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Eldril sneaks away from Basher the second, tries to hypnotise Thrasher, but Thrasher says, no, once bitten, twice shy. I'm not taking it. No elves in the flanks. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Elwidgerino. No elves in the flanks. It could be that they are underestimating, perhaps, the speed of the orcs. You know, the black orcs are pretty slow. Throwers aren't terribly fast, but those blitzers, when they get the wind beneath their wings, they do start to fly down the pitch. Ooh, that's unfortunate for Gertrude there. She goes for that one dice into one dice to try and open up that space. Doesn't get the hit she needs. Fails to push Grubsnik out of the way. Grubsnik, a solid wall of green there. Okay. Elf Bear running up to mark Gulskraga Jr. This space here, just between Elf Bear and Eadbian, both of whom are rookies on this team. Only Journeyman is a little bit open. There's another unfortunate blitz there. Hot Pot Harry struggling to get Gulskraga to the ground. Instead, they just butt heads and stay put. Mexican standoff. Racing away from Ugg. Ramba Zamba Ron managing to sneak past Toothgob and move up the field. Oh, a risky dodge there by Johnny Sins. He makes it, however. Another fruitless block there. Oh, goes, struggles for a while to get Basher down, manages to get a hit that he needs, but it's at a hell of a cost. Interesting, the use of the reroll there. Wabi Sabi really struggling to knock down Basher. Doesn't get much damage brought round Basher's way, so Basher straight back up and straight back in Wabi Sabi's face. Well drilled, taking a good shove. Oh, is he going to get shoved where I think he is? Down the throat of Ugg. Yes, he is. Ugg now visibly excited at the prospect of getting a hit on Eldril. Still needs somebody to tap him on the shoulder, though, to get him to do as he's told. Just want to quickly take a moment. Ooh, what is happening over here? Smasher, just a push on the witch, shoving her out of the way, lending a helping hand to Grubsnik. Grubsnik gets a good shot on the espresso enthusiast. Ooh, knocks him to the floor. Just a single shot. Espresso's used to double shot. Just the one this time. What am I... Monkey juice, what are you drinking? It looks like a Radler. No, this is just squash. Nothing terribly exciting, I'm afraid. Yeah, I've run out of rum. I drank all my rum. I almost managed to get some today, but didn't get around to it. Doesn't look like there's many safe places to put the ball. No. No, El Widgerino is right that there are quite a few openings. So down here, there's no elves down this side. The danger is, you know, you dedicate too much to one side and then you get pushed and squashed into that side. I think that's probably something that the Orcs are going to try and avoid. It's just a shove by Motif on Gertrude. He manages to put a little bit more energy into it and gets it to the ground. Oh, Gertrude KO'd there. I said before the match started that niggling injury might come into effect. And it looks like it did. The injury, just a 7, with that niggle, that damaged back. It's not good. The Orcs, I think, will be able to push their way just through these elves. Especially with the amount of guard. The players are pretty well versed in how to help each other out in bringing a lot of pain. And yeah, pushing over to one side is a little bit... It's not easy, but it is possible for the elves to get round and start to form screens and all this kind of thing. Rather than screens, I think they just want to hit them with a wall of green. And it seems to be working at the moment. It seems to be working. That's Gertrude, just knocked out. And of course we know that there are 2 Bloodweiser babes / Bloodweiser kegs who are waiting in the wings. Ninja Breadman has a nice spiced Bacardi. Yeah, that sounds really nice. Yeah, I'm going to have to get out to the shop soon and get myself some more rum. Yeah. Red leg. Red leg's a good one. No rum, very sad. That's right. That's right, Drastak. No rum equals very sad. Okay, the ball's not exactly safe there. It's also not a terrible position to be in. Oh, that's unfortunate there. Oh. That's Gulscragger Jr. struggling to get past. Sea-Dog. Sea-Dog Aldi Cubby. Yes, I have to agree with you, Cossack. You're absolutely right. That is one right out of left field. Sea-Dog is great. Really, really good. Yeah, I think it won an award or something. Yeah, it's a good shout. It is very, very good. Yeah, you're right, Ceramol. It's a bold move, leaving that cage base. The ball carrier is very open. There isn't anyone who can assist him. I have to agree, Machine 000369. He was probably safer back there. With the players that were there, it's difficult to get the dodge away. Let me know in the chat, would it be helpful if I put the grid on so you could see the grid around the players and everything as well? Let me know if you want that in the chat. Quite happily turn that on. Ooh. Oh, it's struggling there. Oh, he just gets the push. But that's not the end of the world. There's still the 1 dice on if he pushes him straight ahead, which I think he's going to do. So that's Johnny Sins there, struggling to get the hit that he wants. That's it. Pushes him into contact with Wabi Sabi. There is a chance that we'll see another chance at the block. It could be another 2 dice as well. Could be another 2 dice. It's cool without, so we've got 2. Okay. Machine a little bit outvoted there. Okay, right, we'll leave it for now then. Oh, it's tough. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be Mexican standoff's going to come round, give an assist, and then we're going to see Wabi Sabi try and have a go against this. Oh, still doesn't get the hit that he needs. Struggling to get that player down. And that, of course, is no more rerolls for the Heartbreakers. So just stay where they are for now. And that ball is in a precarious position. But once again, there is an opportunity here for some chain pushes to get the ball carrier out of the way. Are we going to see it happen? Yeah, 0 left. 0 left. Just want to take a quick look at this pitch. Are they flowers? They are. They have flowers on their pitch. What an elfish pitch. Look at these beautiful. Look at this beautiful line work. How long must that take? The groundsman. Just, you know, should have a moment of silence for the poor groundsman who had to put those lines out. Hotpot Harry out of the back there. Decides to mark Gullscragger. Elf Grass Enhancement. Yeah. That's right. Of course, Elf Turf there. -1 on armor rolls when a player falls while going for it. Very soft and gentle, Elf Turf. Caresses you as you smash face first into the floor. Yep, that's right. Yep, -1 on armor rolls when you fail the GFI. Yeah. Whoa, incredible play by Eldril. Sweeps away from his opponents there. That's incredible. Sneaks past them. Oh, it's looking really tough for the Orcs. He decides to push it just a little bit further across, trying to continue being a nuisance for the Elves. Changes his mind, goes back. I wonder if that was the right decision to make. I wonder if that was the right decision to make. Okay, Grubsnik's boys in a little bit of a sticky situation here. They can still get their way out of it. It's going to prove pretty difficult. Okay, that's Crusher sweeping around, marking Eldril. Yeah, that's right. Elwidgerino there, blocks right, frees up the thrower. Yeah, he could free the thrower up. It's just a shove there by Tufgob though. It's going to make things a little bit tricky. Mexican standoff is a block lineman. That's also pretty awkward. And even if the thrower manages to break through, the Elves can very easily get away from the Orcs to go and jump on the thrower. I think what the Orcs want to be thinking about is probably moving back. Going back into the centre field and just regrouping. Because at the moment, there's 3 players on the thrower, 1 behind him. It's going to be really difficult to get those players moved out of the way without a series of chain pushes. Needed to push left with the thrower. Yeah. It's a tough one. I feel like the Orcs have got themselves into a really difficult situation here. The only way that's going to be out is just a regroup round here. They've got all the players they need for a cage. It's whether or not that thrower is going to be able to make it away best way to have done it would have perhaps even been for Motif to come around the side. Oh, oh, that's unfortunate. Modaka going for the hit there. He gets the push instead. That doesn't put him in a better position. Motif out of position there. Needed to be further across. That's really unfortunate. Motif and Grubsnik going to help each other out, though, to be sure they get in the way of Johnny Sins having a favourable hit. So that's something. It's not ideal, but it's a cage. A lot of players who can get hits, but not all of the hits are going to work out for them. Thrasher moving up. Here we go. We're going to see Ugg move into the cage now. He's just going to go and mark these two. He's marking Hot Pot Harry and Eadbian. Goldschragger Jr. dodges out of the way. Pretty risky dodge there, but he manages to make it. And then we're going to have a hit from Basher the second. Just clashes heads there with Wabi Sabi. Ooh, what a turn that was for the Orcs. The cage based quite heavily. 3, 4, 5. We've got Johnny Sins, who's a pretty strong fella. He's going to be able to hold his own. Yeah, block after block after block, constantly getting the blocks and staying where they are. I once had someone explain to me when I was first learning how the game works that with a block, the reason that they stay in place is because they bash heads and drop to the floor. Well, in this case, they're bashing heads and just glaring at each other. Okay, interesting. Eldril really struggling to get into the heads of these Orcs. Tries to hypnotize Motif, but that's another Orc who won't be psyched by Sidewinder. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sidewinder not cheap to have on the team. Yeah, I agree, Ninja Bedman. Very tactical game, making fantastic use of the guard players. Ek really pushing it. Mumbo Jambo managing to hold them off for now, but there's a lot of muscle over here. We've got Thrasher, Crasher, Basher the second, all here, who would make very formidable cage corners. Okay, gonna have Kickboxing Unicorn run up. Interesting, he decided to lend the assist there. Don't think. Oh no, he did need to, because Tough Gob is tough. He's one tough cookie. Contemplating where to put Tough Gob. Ooh, knocks him down. Nice shot. Down to the ground. Tough Gob's not hurt. He's made of tougher stuff than that. Alright, buddy. Okay. Oh, trying to get it up for you on here, the skills. Okay, it's just a push for now. It's going to be another one dice. There you go. So you should be able to see all of the skills of the players there. I know some of you weren't bothered, but at least now, like you say, Zopra, we can now see who has guard and who doesn't. A lot of skills on these teams. Yeah, go Mumbo Jambo. Yeah, Mumbo Jambo, the European player. A little bit of the underdog here. He's had to take on some extra outside help. Ek, the player from the US. The US have had a good track record with Totally Relaxed Blood Bowl League. We've just seen that blitz there by Mexican Standoff. Managed to get a good push. That's not going to help moving him there. It's just another shove. Really, both teams struggling with these blocks. Best live sport on TV at the moment. Good. Okay, just pushes. So the Orcs struggling, just block after block. Nobody going anywhere. The Dark Elves struggling, pushes left, right and centre. Thank you, Brian Neurotic, for the follow. It's much appreciated. It's great to have you joining us. Oh, some risky moves there by Elfbear. But Elfbear manages to swoop round. The ball carrier scarily surrounded. The question is he too surrounded? There are opportunities for pushes here. Thank you, El Widgerino, for the follow. Very grateful for that. Thank you, everybody who's joining us. It's brilliant to have so many of you watching with me. It's a really tense game. Time is ticking down for the Orcs. Thank you, Puds 1981. Thank you very much, Puds. Yeah, the clock is ticking for the Orcs here. We're going to see some pushes. I think we might do. Here we go. Just a push. Basher, the second, throwing his weight into Mexican standoff. There we go. We're getting some serious chain pushes now. Things are getting pretty heated. Be interesting to see what they do next. Okay. That's a hit there by Grubsnik the second. It's a good shot against Johnny Sins. There's not a lot that takes Johnny Sins down, but it looks like that's going to be enough. Johnny Sins knocked down. He's still on the field. He'll be back up next turn. Oh, that leaves Motif to get Eldril out of the way. Tooth Gob standing himself up before any of that takes place. Oh, it's a good shot against Eldril as well. Oh, Motif is pretty ruthless when it comes to taking down his opponents. Oh, it's a brilliant shot against Eldril. Oh, he looks thoroughly winded there. He's going to be out for a little while. No worries, Opera. Interesting factoid. Ek is a dev, I take that to be a developer on BattleTech. Interesting. Thank you for the tidbit there, Ninja Breadman. Very interesting. Yeah. There's space down the right, but I mean, with these elves, they can still get away. That's the thing. You've got this big wall of green here. It's interesting. Thrasher's moved down there. Ugg struggling to get his head in the game. He's just not switched on. Struggles to see what he has to do with anything. I think we're going to have to see Eagle Scragger Jr. come over and help out here because the thrower is by no means safe. Ooh, a good knockdown there by One Tooth. Yeah, the ball's still not safe. You know, we've got Hot Pot Harry here. He could quite easily race down the sides. Wabi Sabi's there. You know, he's only a lineman, but he's pretty skilled. He knows what he's doing. The other thing as well, down this side, you know, if you get knocked against that sideline, the ball could go off, and then it's to the mercy of the crowds. And who knows whose side they're on. El Widgerino says the biggest letdown this half, 3 really stupids. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've seen a couple. I don't know if I've seen 3. Ugg's definitely not playing a big enough part in this game. So there we go. That's Mo Daka moving around the corner with his blitz, pushing his luck a little bit just to try and get a little bit further across. And that's the kind of thing I think we needed to see, because now we have the elves just blocked off. by this huge wall of green. I mean, just look at all those orcs. I wouldn't want to face them. That is awful. It's got all those. There's only really Wabi Sabi, potentially Kickboxing Unicorn, who can get around there. Everybody else is going to struggle. The line is loaded up with experienced players who know how to help each other out, despite their opponents bearing down on them. Oh, this is tough. Great move there, I think, by the Orcs. Time is ticking for them, though. They are going to have to get moving down that field. They're going to need all their movement down that pitch if they're going to score this half. Yeah, can only go so far back on that one. Yeah, 3 plays left. GFI, GFI, GFI. It's a tough one, isn't it? So the pitch on average is 13 squares per half, so 13, 14. So he can make it there 3 turns if he continues straight down the pitch. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to have to be go for it. Could be that we see a breakaway from one of the blitzers and we have an attempt at a throw. It's not impossible. Modaka is a pretty experienced thrower, knows what he's doing. Okay. The Elves looking to make a move. Oh, it was a risky shot, and without the re-rolls having burned them so early on, they don't manage to make much of it. Wow, that is unfortunate for the Dark Elves. Rambazamba Ron really struggling. Just the 1 elf safety. That's right, El Widgerino. That is not going to be enough. We've got Thrasher here. Oh, that's Ugg once again failing to step up to the plate. Oh, that is punishing. That is punishing. And now, you're absolutely right, Monk Strength. There is a hell of a lot of players, Orc players, staring into the terrified eyes of the Dark Elves here. Look at that. Look at those eyes. Full of hate and rage. Yeah. Only the 1 safety. It's not going to take much to take him out. The Orcs opting not to go for the blitz on him just yet. There we go. That is Modaka racing down. So he now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares to go. So he's going to need every inch of his movement. Yeah. Yeah, oh dear. It's unfortunate for him. Using those re-rolls super early though. Especially there was 1 re-roll used. I can't remember who it was with. It was on a skull both down. And it just didn't need to be re-rolled. Really wanted saving. Especially when, you know, there could be, you know, however unrealistic it might seem, could be the 1-turn touchdown attempt. Or for important plays like that, like plays you need to free up players to build a line. There's now very little that the Orcs will be able to do to stop, that the Dark Elves will be able to do to stop this Orcish advance. Oh, it's a tough break for the Dark Elves. They're not out of the game yet though, and the Orcs haven't scored yet. That's important to remember. With Dark Elves, anything can happen. You can never rule them out. No doubt Eck, the coach of the Grubsnik's boys, he'll know that. That's absolutely right, Ninja Bread. There is the wizard. So we know one of the inducements that was taken was a wizard. And of course we have the 2 babes in Eldril. So there is a wizard that he could use if he wanted to. And with no blitzers over on this left-hand side yet, that could be their chance. thwarting the advance of the Orcs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Ninja Bedman. You can get the ball off the thrower with the wizard, potentially. Don't forget, it's not a sure thing. Oh, that's unfortunate for Motif. Looking to try and get Elfbear off the pitch. Manages to take him down, though. Yeah, if the ball gets... oh, interesting. Toothgob really struggling against Kickboxing Unicorn there. Oh, gets knocked down. He's not badly hurt or anything. The ball might come loose from the wizard, but there is no one to pick that ball up on the elf team. And even if the elves did pick it up, they haven't got anybody who is in position just yet to try and get a score. So there's a lot for Mumbo Jumbo to think about. Whoa. That's right, Caramel, Ceramol, sorry, Caramel. Ceramol says it's probably a good idea to hold on to the wizard and score quickly in the second half, and then have the wizard for a late turnover for the win. And then having the wizard in hand changes the play even if it's not used, and that is absolutely right. And sometimes I've even seen it where the coach gets themselves in a real pickle, really struggles, and then they will use the wizard to make their score easier. Oh, we see the wizard being used. Interesting. A very lucky one. Crasher and Thrasher staying on their feet. Well, it depends how you look at it. Modaka taken down, so the ball is free, but the ball scatters right into the tackle zones of Crasher and Thrasher. And this is what we were talking about. Wizard used, ball is loose. It's loose, but it's in a terrible position. In a terrible position, and there's no Dark Elf able to pick that ball up. Realistically. I mean, there's a 1 dice to get Crasher off the ball and follow up. Then maybe a blitz from Kickboxing Unicorn. But man, are we going to see them pick up the ball? That's the big thing. If they can't pick that ball up, are the Orcs going to be able to recover it? We have here Gullscragger, who very cleverly moved down the field just in anticipation of this kind of thing happening. He is there. He is a threat. Will he be able to make it to the end zone, though? Bearing in mind that Modaka is stunned, Eldril finally manages to get a successful Hypnogaze, hypnotizes Smasher. Oh man, is there everything going on in this game? It's hard to keep up. Ooh, here we go. This is the 1 dice. Oh, more blocks for blocks. That is Crasher standing his ground. What are we going to see? Yep. Wabi Sabi gets the push. He follows up. I don't know if that was a good idea to follow up or not. I suppose it doesn't make a huge difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 plus dodge, 3 plus pickup for the 7th move. And then try and pass the ball to somebody. But to who? Over here we've got Hot Pot Harry. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A short pass to Hot Pot Harry maybe. In the centre of the field. Yeah, that's right, Fat Man Run. That's a lot of block skulls for Mumbo. I mean, we're talking about recovering the ball. Perhaps the thing to do is not to recover the ball at all. Is actually to do what I think Mumbo Jumbo is planning on, which is to pin down Gullscragger to keep him from recovering that ball. Oh, okay, yep, pin that player. Mexican standoff, runs around. Is he going to push to go? Yes, he is. Excellent. Marking Gullscragger there. That could be the end of the Orc advance. Now, One Tooth is realistically the only Orc able to score. And you don't want to hedge your bets on a rookie lineman scoring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can make it down the pitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go for it into the end zone for the score by One Tooth. Everything else is risky. Smasher shoving Eldril out of the way. Obviously he didn't like being hypnotized there. Clearly clucking like a chicken was starting to do his nutting. Okay, we've got Gulscragger here as well. I wonder what he's going to do here. Pinned by the elves. Basher shoving Espresso to the ground. It's a great shot. Cracks Espresso down to the floor. Ooh, it's going to take more than a coffee to wake him up. He's stunned on the ground. It's going to be him out for the majority of this drive now. Tackle zone's on the ball. That's absolutely right, Galantrin. I'm here talking about passing plays and craziness. Tackle zone's on the ball. The Orcs can't pick it up. If they can't pick up the ball and they can't possess it, they can't score. Thrasher could push away Kickboxing Unicorn here. And if we get someone to take out the help that he's receiving from Eidbean, Wabi Sabi could also get shoved out of the way. There we are. As soon as I said it, it happened. Motif moving in, lending a hand to Crasher. And there we are. Grubsnik also moving across, giving a little bit of help to Gulscragger there. I wonder what Gulscragger's going to do. Oh, it's a great shot by Thrasher. He only needed the push. It's a brilliant shot by Crasher. Oh, Kickboxing Unicorn knocked out, carried off into the end zone, into the dugout. Here we go, getting that second tackle zone off the ball. Push, that's all he needs. Shoves Wabi Sabi out the way. Oh, now the Orcs taking good care of that ball. I wonder what's going to happen. I wonder if One Tooth is going to try and get the ball. We've got a blitz here from Gulscragger Jr. It's just a push. Wow, that's, I did not think that was going to happen. Just a push there by the Orc. Interesting. Interesting to see the reroll. Yeah, don't ask the big guy to do anything. Nope. He's not feeling it. Wow, manages to sneak past the Dark Elf. He goes deep into the Elf half. I wonder if the hope is to see a passing play later on. He surely can't pass with One Tooth. I'm imagining One Tooth is going to try and get some tackle zone, add his tackle zone to the ball maybe. Make it a bit more difficult for them to catch it so that Modaka can scoop the ball up next turn. That's great. Oh, a failed pickup there by One Tooth. You know, I expected it. He is a rookie. We have to give him that. It's a failed pickup by him, but that's okay. We've got Modaka there who can get the ball this turn. Yeah, Zopra, excellent. How many elves do you need to win? Both. Nice. Very lucky the KO. Otherwise the push would have still based the ball. Yeah. Oh, this is a tough one, folks. Tough one for the Dark Elves. Are they going to be able to hold off that score? We have Hot Pot Harry here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can get a tackle zone and get Gulscragger marked. So it can have the mark on Gulscragger Jr. There's only one tackle zone on that ball. I do not think that it is enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and go. Let's get another tackle zone on that ball. Grubsnik's boys running out of time. They're going to need to hope that this play comes off. They're going to need to get tackle zones off the ball. get that ball away. The Elves can get out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, if you could get an Elf marking Modako the thrower. Eldril sneaks away. Oh, are the Elves going to try and get the ball out? Oh my word. Eldril's down there like he's set up to score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. 8. Yes, okay. He's in range to score. Are we going to see the Elves try and pull off a passing play? I don't know how advisable that is. Might be there just ready for when the Orcs fail their next attempt at getting the ball away. Time's ticking away for Mumbo Jumbo here. Yeah. The Elves going to be able to get the ball. That's Johnny Sin sweeping down the field there to mark Gulscragger Jr. Okay. Whoa, my word. That is Hot Pot Harry sneaking past. I believe that's Thrasher. Sneaking past Thrasher, managing to get to the ball, not managing to pick it up though. So the ball still loose, but it's now in 2 tackle zones. Ramba Zamba there, wrestling Tough Gob to the ground. It's a good shot by Motif. Oh, it's a brilliant shot by Motif. Oh, Ibian only just started playing for the team as a journeyman. Ends up getting seriously injured. Let's have a look, see what that injury was. Smashed hip. Ouch. Ouch. That is Motif smashing Ibian's hip there. It's unfortunate for him. Oh, that is Ugg racing into action, marking Eldril. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. That's right, Ninja Breadman. Ibian's career over before it even got started. That's the risks that come with being a journeyman. Oh my word. Oh my word, what did we just see there? That was One Tooth getting knocked to the ground by Hot Pot Harry. It seemed a sure thing, and it's not paid off. Grubsnik's boys have been successfully repelled this half by Mumbo Jumbo's Heartbreakers. Are they going to break some Grubsnik's boys fans' hearts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would be a nice pass. Oh no, Hot Pot Harry failing to pick the ball up again. Fumbles it to the floor, and that's going to be the end of the half. Oh, I thought they were going to get the ball away. Oh no. He was so close. Amazing that he managed to repel the Orcish advance. I really did think we were going to see hit after hit from the Orcs, smashing through that Elf defense. They managed to make it. That's Ibian there with the smashed hip. Neither the... Oh, no, wait. Both KOs come back. Filled with fervour by the Bloodweiser beer that they've just been drinking, no doubt. And ready to rock and roll. Arctic Antarctic Wind says, we all know that the troll would have intercepted the pass anyway. Yeah, it's pretty likely. Yeah. The coaches Do the coaches want... Are they going to have a break, are they? That's fine if the coaches have a break. It gives us all a chance to go to the loo and have a drink. I don't drink in the loo. Good for you. Wait a minute, what? You don't drink in the loo? Have I been getting that wrong all this time? Fun fact, bladders get hyperactive when you're stressed. It's funny you say that. I find that when I'm playing in... Because I'm more often than not, I play tabletop. Until all of this stuff kicked off, I didn't really play on BB2 online. But I play really badly when I need to go to the bathroom. Like, all tactics go out of the window when I need to go to the bathroom. Yeah. Wee rush. Excellent. Glad I'm not the only one. So, what a half. The wizard's been used. John Doja says, easy win for the Delph coach. Well, you say that. You say that. But, I don't know, it's a pretty formidable Orc team. And he's going to have to try to score a little later than I imagine he would like to. Because, you know, with a team like that, that was a really good offense. So there's just some really unfortunate rolls. And a fairly good wizard in that first half that stopped ex-Grubsnik's boys from getting to the end zone. And they don't, you know, the Heartbreakers don't have the luxury this half of a wizard. So there's every chance that they'll be able to turn this ball over and, you know, they'll be able to have another go at the offense. Or the Dark Elves race over for their touchdown and it costs them, you know, because then they're having to try and hold up a defense for too long. And how easy is it going to be to stall against this Orc team? It's not going to be easy at all. I'm going to leave you watching this. I'm going to be back in just 2 moments. I'm going to go and get myself a drink. Not while I'm in the loo, I promise, El Witcherino. And I'll be back 2 moments. Okay. Ooh, nice. A high kick for the Heartbreakers there. Ooh, okay, I see. So we've gone for the one-sided play. Going to try and race the ball down the side of the pitch. Well, that's... Oh, it's going to be... That's the thing with that one. Knowing Mumbo, he will have a... Monkey Juice has a lot of games. Have I? Knowing Mumbo, he will have a beer in his hand while doing this. Stacking for the early score. Yep, not very anti-blitz. Yeah, that is very risky. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Only the one player back there. Yeah, L drive blitz. Two-turner. He's going to be tough. I mean, I don't know. The other thing is, you know, you score in 2 turns, and then you have another 6 turns to try and not let the Orcs score. And it was really tough in that first half. It cost them a player. It was only a journeyman, but it did cost them a player. Thankfully, not someone expensive. But, you know, how many players are going to have to be sacrificed to try and get the ball down that line? And with the players now out of position, so Rambazamba obviously didn't get the memo, is standing in the way. So it means we're still going to have Dodger. Whoa, just manages to sneak past Basher the second there. Gets a good hit on Motif. Yeah, Pud says that Journeyman is a future MVP. Yep, I had that when I had a game with my Vampire team. Yeah, not good. Not good. Oh, you're talking about the games behind me? Yeah, my wife and I have, I think it's almost 180 board games now in our collection. We started collecting years and years ago. Lots of board games. Some really good ones in there too. Some we haven't played in years. It's going to be difficult to see what the Dark Elves are going to do. I always find that seems to be the case with the Heartbreakers, where they get so far and I just wonder what they're going to do next to get, I don't know, keep the ball safe, get the ball moving. No Orcs are going to be able to reach them next turn, so they have that going for them. But they've only the one player who's in position to do much. Mr. Clean Jr. there, running around to Toothgob, and that is I suppose the frenzy player Motif is down on the ground, but it's a surf if ever I've seen one. It's only a rookie lineman. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, 180. That's over a long time though, so it's not we didn't buy all those in a week. But hell on Kickstarter looks. Oh, I don't know. Pulp Invasion. So for those of you who don't know, I have interesting Eldril Sidewinder there, managing to get the Hypnogaze on Grubsnik. Oh, what is this? What's happening here? Where is he going? What is happening here? Whoa, Kickboxing Unicorn handing off to Johnny Sins. Johnny Sins there. Racing down the field with the ball. Wow, I did not expect them to try and move it that quick. That's okay, old Widgerino. Wow. That's interesting to see them move that ball so quickly down the field. Oh, I don't know if they're going to be able to protect it or not, but the ball's there. Yeah, Hell looks very interesting. I'm a little bit more wary now of games that have lots of minis that might not be so great with gameplay. We've had that experience with things like The Others, which is one that we backed a while ago. It's on my radar. It's on my radar. I was going to say on my YouTube channel, Monkey Juice, if you just search for Monkey Juice on YouTube, there's a video on there where I am playing a game called Pulp Invasion. I can highly recommend that to people, especially if you tend to play games solo. But do go and check out that video on my YouTube channel, and you'll find plenty of other Blood Bowl videos on there too. Okay, so the Orcs now moving up. Yeah, Johnny Sins, the strength 4 blitzer. Oh, it's a good shot on Eldrill. He's not out for the count though. Thank you very much for the follow, Chunksar. Much appreciated. Yeah, with that half team back there, still stalled to the 4th turn, which he won't. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I don't... There's just... It's not safe to stall. I just think it's not safe to stall. There's too many players, and a lot of the players have guard. It's just not worth the risk. I'm thinking it's going to be the 2-turner. It's going to be a hard defense for the Dark Elves. That's it, shoving him against the sideline. Ouch. Well, Mr. Clean Jr. might be the sacrificial lamb, keeping the strength 4 blitzer Tough Gob out of the way. Thrasher getting a good hit there on Mexican standoff. There we go. Exter there getting in the fray. Oh! Basher struggles to reach. Struggles to reach Johnny Sins there. Hits the ground. Is Johnny Sins going to go in for the turn 7? There you go. Little shifty moves, and it's a touchdown for the Heartbreakers. Johnny Sins racing in there, showing off his moves as he went in for the score. Touchdown to the Dark Elf team Heartbreakers. 1-0 right from the off. Are they going to be able to successfully defend against the Orcs or turn them over? They've no wizard this time. Ooh, this will be interesting. Yeah, where's the 4-turner now? Yeah, no. Straight in there. That was a great run by the Elves. It's going to be a tough defense this for the rest of this half. Even a Twitch account. Oh wow, so you got a Twitch account for this. Oh, I'm very, very grateful, Chunksar. Thank you very much for taking those steps for me. Well, for this game and TRBBL. It's much appreciated. Back to chess now. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Oh, I don't envy Mumbo Jumbo one bit, because this is going to be a tough drive. Oh, did you? I didn't realise so many of you had taken up Twitch accounts. Oh, that makes me feel. That makes me feel very. Yeah, that makes me feel very, very humbled to have been asked to put on this stream for you all. There are lots of great Blood Bowl streams on Twitch as well, so if you're new to it, if you're new to Twitch, there are loads of great streams to watch on here, as well as mine, of course. But yeah, some really great streams. So yeah, that's all I ever watch on Twitch is just Blood Bowl streams. Oh yeah, it's a good point, Zopra. If there's a blitz for the Delves, it could work out for them. We'll have to see. Here goes nothing. Ooh, it's a good little kick there. Ooh, okay. The Heartbreakers able to reform themselves just while the ball's in the air. Where is that ball? I like finding the ball. Where's the ball right now? Oh, there he is. Where'd he go? There he is. There's the ball. So while the ball's there, the Dark Elves catching the Orcs flat-footed, managing to sneak around and reposition themselves before the ball lands to the ground. Oh, new to the TRBBL as well, El Bajarino. Oh, you'll have a great time. Yeah. And Season 6 sign-ups, there's not very long left to go, if I'm not mistaken. Ninja Bread Man, I'm sure you'll let us know in the Twitch chat about that. But yeah. Season 6, I think when's the deadline for the sign-ups? Okay, so the first pre-season game was today. Okay. Yeah, so it's the pre-season games started today, and then 3 weeks from today is the deadline for sign-ups for Season 6. Yeah, it's on my to-do list. I don't know whether to take the Marham Tornadoes into another season. I kind of feel like I should. Some of you are new to BB2 Online as well. Brilliant. Well, it's great to have you on board. If there's one thing that I love, it's people playing Blood Bowl. I think it's an absolutely beautiful game. That's not everybody's opinion. But it's great to have people joining. And I commend Ninja Bread Man and all the other admins for doing a great job of running TRBBL and for giving lots of people the chance to get together and play in a totally relaxed Blood Bowl league. Oh, Puds, you're in Conference B as well. Ooh, it's a good hit there by Grubsnik. Grubsnik the second. Knocks his player down. Elfbear is barely hanging on, but he's still there. Oh, okay. Well, that's very good of you, Orchids. So there is no guarantee, but there is a chance that if you sign up now, you can still get involved in pre-season games, which is a great way to build up your team ahead of the new season. Yeah. And Ninja Bread Man, you recommend that I take the Marham Tornado into the next season. I think that High Elves are a second season team, so I'll probably take them into the next season. Can't promise that they'll do very well, because they just seem to get beaten up all the time. Okay, here we go. Very smart move there. Exeter moving to just protect that ball. I'm sure Modaka will soon be scooping the ball up off the ground, but first, a good hit by Thrasher. Ramba Zamba. Oh, it's an excellent hit. Ramba Zamba crashing to the ground. He'll be back, but not for a little while. Looks like he's going to have to recover himself and shake off those cobwebs. Oh, wow. Mayhem got a 12 on the mummy skill up. Ooh. Oh. didn't take the plus strength. I hope you took block. If you didn't take the plus strength, you better have taken block. Oh no! And Ugg once again isn't waking up for this match. His head's just not been in this game. I don't know if anyone's told him that it's the playoffs or not, but he's acting like it's just another day at the races, and he's just chilling out in the centre of the field. I think he is as much a spectator as any of the people in the crowd. I think block is a good shout, Mayhem. Block is a good shout. Plus strength is nice, but block is what's going to get him the SPPs. That's why you never run with the troll. Yeah. It's nice to have the muscle, but the muscle's gone as soon as they go stupid. It's not always bad. I often like to take a Beast and Nurgle when I play my Nurgle teams. And they also are really stupid, but it doesn't always work out bad. Ooh, great shot there by Motif. Hitting Espresso. Oh, a fantastic shot. Espresso knocked unconscious there. Oh dear, carried off on the stretcher. Ouch. And that's a great early removal. I said it was going to be a hard defense to pull off. Yeah, I suppose the Beast comes with a lot more skills than a Troll does, doesn't he? That makes it worthwhile. Things like Disturbing Presence and Tentacles. Yeah, it's not really it's a bit of a bad comparison, really. Oh, and an Ogre on humans. I suppose Bonehead's pretty reliable. Yeah. Drastak still 2 matches to go against Dwarves in our conference. Yeah. Trying to remember which... oh no, Eldril once again failing to hypnotise the opposition. I think he's attempted that quite a few times now, and I've only seen it work twice. Right at the very beginning, right towards the end of the first half. It's unfortunate that he's not getting... Oh, good shot there by Johnny Sins. It's a shame he didn't get that hypno gaze. Johnny Sins could have been down the pitch there. That's right. That's absolutely right. Ceramol hitting us with some serious truth nuggets there. Yeah, the Troll, you already have a lot of strength on an Orc team. You don't necessarily need it on the on an Orc team, you need the Troll. With the Nurgle, you're absolutely right. Best thing for the Nurgle Beast is just to stand there and do nothing. Tie up players, make a nuisance of himself in general. It's always a good way to run a Nurgle Beast. And the Ogres do help the humans with that strength difference. Oh, there he goes. That was he's struggling to get away. His Mexican standoff just about makes it. That's another reroll gone, and there aren't a huge number of rerolls for the Heartbreakers. We're seeing those blocks again. Clashing heads, Wabi Sabi and Motif. The Elves not really making any ground here. We do have Hot Pot Harry. Could make a breakaway. You won't be able to reach the ball carrier. He's going to go for a blitz anyway. See where he heads off to. Goes for a blitz against Motif. Gets a good shot against Motif. Are we going to see an Orc removal? Knocks him down to the ground. Decides to stand his own ground. No, not through that time. Serenol says teams might be thinking about overtime at this point. Yeah, it's probably going to go to overtime. I don't see the Orcs rushing to score, especially when they don't necessarily need to. So they can take their time with the ball down the field. What I imagine the Orcs are going to try and do is just spend the rest of this half focusing on removing Dark Elves, so that the overtime is going to be really difficult for them. But you do not need very many Dark Elves. You only need a handful, and that's more than enough to get the drop on your opponent. The guards with the Orcs. Yeah, to be fair, the Orcs have been pretty good with their guard. The Boyz have managed to gather themselves together, put their guards into pretty good positions. A lot of the guard on this left-hand side of the screen here. But they're all helping each other out, and I think that's probably going to be the route that the Orcs are going to take, because with so much guard there, it makes for a really formidable defense. It's going to be so tough. Yeah, I remember the Wild Gits Ninja Bread. So for any of you who don't know, I run a Blood Bowl league in the heart of Birmingham. It's a tabletop Blood Bowl league, and Ninja Bread Man was playing with us way back when. And then he came back to join us as well for a season. And the Wild Gits were... they were killy Orcs. They were ruthless. The Blitzers in particular were just diabolical. You know, it's a team that you would love to coach, but you hate to play against. Yeah, great little team there. You're right, Ceramol. The reroll management absolutely key here, and it would have come in so handy in that first half. Mumbo Jumbo used the reroll for a block that was pretty inconsequential, and then that meant there wasn't the reroll for the plays later on, including the pickup to pass the ball down to Eldril Sidewinder. It could have got them a 1-0 start to this half. Yeah, that was unfortunate there. I don't really know, how much more did he need to do? But in the heat of the moment, it's tough. It's tough to know. There we go. That's Thrasher standing up, just moving across. A little bit of an Orc screen here. Bit of muscle. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Absolutely, Ceramol. We've all been there. We've all been there. Interesting, the Orcs keeping to the right-hand side. I wonder if they're going to try to tempt the Dark Elves across to that side so that they overcommit before switching over. Oh, it's tense. Where are they going to go? Clock ticking away for the Orcs now. Just moving in to bolster the defense there. That's a pretty solid idea. Another little move. Ooh, okay, we've got a blitz from Motif off the floor. Knocks down Elbear's fantastic shot. Stuns him to the ground. Ooh. The Orcs really trying to bring a little bit of pain ahead of that overtime. Ninja Bread Man saying he wouldn't know about big matches because most of his BB2s have been as a fling coach. I'd have thought as a fling coach every match is a big match. Figuratively and literally. Oh my word. Eldril really struggling to get into the minds of these Orcs. No doubt struggling to get past the impenetrable. Whoa, what were we just saying about the reroll etiquette there? Goes for the loner reroll on the Hypno Gaze and still rolls a 1. Eldril not able to have his excellent mind penetrate the thick skulls of these orcs. Wow, Basher the second repelling both Hypno Gazes. That is rough. Look at that. Hypnotic Gaze 1. Hypnotic Gaze 1. Hypnotic Gaze 1. Past the loner reroll though, just to get that failure again. Wow. Yep, that's right. Oh my word, what a name. Gebuskazareth. Gebuskazareth, that's absolutely right. He is at least consistent. He is at least consistent. Oh. That's a lot of money to pay for Eldril though, and he's done surprisingly little this match. We're now seeing Mexican standoff go for the hit against Basher. It's cost a lot of men to get that. I was saying earlier on, yeah, that's right. Eldril thinking too much about his haircut. Let's take a look at that hair. It's beautiful hair, to be honest. Look at that. Oh, very snazzy. A little ponytail at the back. Very nice. Yep, at least he's all kitted out. An excellent move there. Oh, Johnny Sins going for the blitz. Only gets the push. Modaka, the only thing that has stopped him is a flaming ball of death from the sky. Everything else that's been thrown at Modaka, he's just brushed off like it doesn't even matter. Wow, Johnny Sins struggling to get the knockdown there. And again, you know, the reroll that was used earlier on that Hypno Gaze that wasn't really necessary could have been used for that. Might have been a POW, could have been a good scatter, and we could have seen Kickboxing Unicorn away with the ball there. Oh, yes, that's right. The Elves, well, to be fair, the Elves have had terrible hits. The Orcs haven't had great hits. The Orcs have really struggled with their own blocks as well. Having some difficulties getting the players on the ground. It's been a little bit better this half already. They've been finding it better. So, risky dodge there with Motif bearing down on the Witch as well for Hot Pot Harry. The Elves just trying to get out of the grip of the Orcs. We've seen surprisingly few removals for the Orcs. I'm sure they would have been hoping to get more players off by now. Yeah, we got 1 KO with Espresso Enthusiast, and then of course the Journeyman with a smashed hip. Wabi Sabi managing to get away from Crusher. There's a big hole here. And maybe that's what the Elves are trying for, is to have the Orcs come down here and get stuck. But I don't think they're going to take the bait. They don't need to. There's no rush. They can go into overtime. They don't need to worry about it too much. So push there by Tough Gob. Shoves his player down the pitch. Oh no. I would hate to see a surf. It's on though, the surf is possible. It's a lot of men to dedicate to a surf, but it's there. Go. Looks like we're going to see that surf. Don't know if I can look. Yeah, it's a lot of men to commit to the surf. I mean, Johnny Sins is a pretty good player on that team, but they've moved so many players over, and the Orcs aren't known for being speedy. The team is starting to get divided in two. So you can start to see here, there's a clear divide, these Orcs and those Orcs. And if the Elves do a good enough job of getting their players away and driving a line through here, then they can start to turn those screws, close that vice, and get those Orcs pushed into the sideline. He might have spent a bit too much time on this side. He might have spent too much time. We're not even at halfway yet. And that's absolutely right, Ceramol. There are only 4 turns left. There's a lot of orcs on this side, including Ugg. Ugg's not being the most reliable of players. They might have exaggerated the number of players I got here. That's all he needed was the push. Oh, the crowd must be Boyz fans on that side of the pitch. Love getting their hands on the players. Johnny Sins KO'd. That's him out for the remainder of this drive. That's a big player to have out. What do we have just happened there? Yeah. It's a big player to have off the field for the drive when they're trying to defend. Oh. Some risky plays here, folks. Got to stay tight as a slower team. That is true. Yeah, that's right. The tacklers are quite far from the ball. I missed that one. Sorry, Chunksar. You're absolutely right. Yes, Machine. It was a bold play. It kind of worked out. Got a weird conga line defense going on here. Oh, the balls are, you know, the Garter is there. Yes, is that going to be enough to stop a good hit? No, I don't think so. Hit on the ball carrier is still very possible. I mean, if nothing else, if Eldril Sidewinder manages to pull off a hypnotic gaze, at least then it's going to be a decent one dice. Oh, it's a tough one. They got the player removed off the pitch, but are they going to be able to get down the pitch quick enough? Not a lot of time left. We're halfway through this drive. Oh, man. The Delves, just having a look, having a think. Here we go. Eldril going around for the Hypno Gaze. Oh, Eldril fails to hypnotize the Orcs again. Ah, oh, what is he doing? Ah, I'm not even sure. Does anyone know? Yeah, you want to see some deaths, Ninjabread Man. Man alive. Eldril is just not feeling it. But while we're here, let's take a look at that wonderful ponytail there. Look at that. Lorry Elf. Because you're worth it. Look at that. Well. The only way you could do it now, take out the... well, even then it's still going to be 2 dice uphill. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot that they can do with that ball. I mean, they can... yeah. That's just not going to happen though, is it? I was going to say they could maybe try to push it out, but you need so many players to push that ball out of there. It's just not going to happen. Okay, so the Elves just looking to screen up now. Yeah, that's right, Chunksar. Maybe by overtime he'll have managed to hypnogate someone. Yeah, that's right as well, Sin Anger. At least it wasn't a 1. So he's starting to... Oh, no, we just seen... Oh, no! The Heartbreakers using the last reroll to get that player out of there. Oh, I really hope that that reroll was worth it. That's the last one gone for them. Their luck is now out. Everything they do from now on is going to be on the line. Wow. Yeah, there was the one, St. Anger. That's right. Just a push. Okay. Interesting. You decide to move the player back there. The Elf scored a 2-turn touchdown. He's probably concerned. He can't leave too many turns for them to strike back. Yeah, that could be it, Puds. We were saying as well, you know, with overtime, Could be that they're looking for overtime. The Elves building up a nice little screen there. Now, I'm not entirely sure, folks, because I'm relatively new to this. Having played tabletop for most of my Blood Bowl life. Do their re-rolls carry over to overtime? So what I mean by that is that it for Mumbo Jumbo and the Heartbreakers? Are they not going to have any more re-rolls, or are they going to get back up to their original re-rolls in overtime? Blitz here from Motif. Oh, he frenzies him. Probably wanted to get him off the pitch. No reroll set. No reroll reset. Wow. No reroll reset. Oh, I just don't know if I would have used the rerolls there. Having said that, I'm not in the playoffs. It's a good screen. It's doing its job. It's holding the Orcs up for now. Smasher knocking down Elf. Oh, okay, going for the push there. Ah. Thinking he wanted to free up space so that Crasher can Crasher his way through to help out his buddies. So we were saying earlier on about the team being divided into two. They've managed to come back together now. It's tightly packed. We've got all that guard peppered through. Oh. Now the Orcs are back with a vengeance. And that ball's still down there at the halfway line. He's going to have to start making his way down the pitch. Where is he going to move to? Thrasher marking Eldrill and kickboxing Unicorn. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought might happen. Ugg moving in just to help out. Gullscragger Jr. there. Gullscragger Jr. obviously one of the two parts of the cage. A little bit of bother because Mexican Standoff and Gertrude Gutrip could get one dice hits on him, even with Crasher there. Thank you very much, Winsu1. Hope I'm saying that right. Yep, the troll has woken up. He's not been too bad, actually. He's managed to move his way across the field. Come and help everybody out. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, that's absolutely right, Ceramol. You've hit the nail on the head there. You know, with the amount of guard that they have, they can afford to base up the players. They've got the hits that they'll need. They could even get removals. The Elves are going to be forced into more and more reckless plays, especially with no rerolls. And even things as simple as dodges now are really risky for them. Forcing the dice rolls, forcing those risks on Mumbo Jumbo. Yeah, they're in a really good position here. They have all their bodies back together. Their team was divided before. They've drawn back together into this right-hand side. I was growing a little bit concerned that they were spending too much time around there, but they have managed to just push and push and push their way through this Dark Elf defense. They're doing a great job at the moment. The Dark Elves can still pull some craziness off. We've all seen it happen before, but the Orcs are doing their damnedest to make it as hard as possible. I mean, look at that there. You know, guard, guard, guard. And what are you going to do? You have to get out, and getting out of there is so dangerous now. It'd be interesting to see what they do. Interesting to see what they do. The ball carrier, pretty safe, surrounded by his mates, and they're all very adept at helping each other out, even when they're being occupied by other players. They're an experienced team. The Cossack, the Witch Elf should have a leap. Yeah. I had a leap Witch Elf once. They can be quite nice. Agility 5 leap is always nice. We've gone for the block tackle Witch. But you know, even leaping into there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She'd have 3 dice uphill. Oh no, not from him. So it'd just be 6. It'd be 2 dice uphill. Yeah, the Orcs are doing a really good job of making a nuisance of themselves. The Elves are going to try to hold them back, though. They know that time is ticking away. They know that the Orcs have the clock against them. They have a touchdown in hand already. No doubt they'll try to slow the play. Yeah, Mumbo has the odds stacked against him. And he's doing a good job of trying to hold off that Orc defense. He did a great job in that first half. You know, the Orcs were looking, you know, they were just barely going to make it. So they're doing a great job of holding them off in that first half. And yeah, despite them having the odds against them right now, I think, you know, they're doing the best with what they have. Eldril's been really frustrating. You know, I dread to think how much he cost that team. Oh, it's a good shot by Rambazamba. Oh, it's a great shot by Rambazamba. Whoa, sends Motif flying to the floor. Oof. Motif winded there by that shot from Rambazamba. That's definitely going to help. Wow, that's really going to help a lot. Yes, that's absolutely right, Machine. This is what happened in the last half. In the last half, they were really pushing it to get to the end zone in time. Ah, there we go. Marking the ball carrier there. Eldril Sidewinder, please do something good. Oh, some beautiful dodges there. Sweeps round. Wow. That was a nice little play by Eldril. Hopefully not too little too late. I think Mumbo Jumbo is doing such a great job of making the most of a bad situation here. He's down players, and there are a lot of Orcs with a lot of guard, and he's still managing to hold them off. Now, we were saying earlier in the first half that each half of the pitch is 13 squares long. That means now there is 11 squares for Modaka to run to reach the end zone. And keep in mind, he only moves 5 squares per turn. Didn't even try Hypno. Yep, not this time. He's probably just given up on it now. I think the Orcs have clearly been briefed on Eldril's saucy eyes, and so they've decided to just avoid looking at him directly. Yeah, a lot of Blood Bowl players might get lost in the eyes of Eldril, but these Orcs aren't so likely to be so starstruck. Oh, they're going to go for the surf again. Oh, it looks like they're going to try for another surf. Oh, if they do this, this is really pushing the clock to its limits. Yeah, Machine, no moving forward now. Best find another route. Yep, there's every possibility that they'll be able to come round here. You know, they can reform the cage in the centre of the field here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not impossible. Get themselves into a better position. Move down the field a little bit. And I'm kind of hoping that that's what they're going to set up for. Still need to take care of Eldril over here, though. I'm thinking, you know, just push him to there, and then you can surf that player. That's, I think, what we're going to see now. Yeah. That's X-Star. No doubt pushing Eldril up against the sideline. Which is a risky play, really, because it still leaves Modaka. Oh, that's unfortunate. Modaka's still in a precarious position here. Takes that Takes the block. Both down, both down. They're staying put. Modaka now. Oh, he really can't afford to not move this turn. Modaka really needs to get down there. Yeah, Black Hawk scoring threat. Yeah. Why not? Oh, Ugg back to his usual tricks, failing to wake up and make his move. Ugg's really not been in it. He's really not been in it this game. He has struggled time and time again to switch on for this match. It's a good shot by Smasher against the journeyman Elfbear. Elfbear knocked to the ground. Ooh, takes a nasty fall, but he'll be back up soon. Yeah, Ugg the Troll really struggling to get involved. He's just not getting involved. Here we go. Modaka. Whoa, risky dodge, but he makes it. Makes it down to his teammates in the centre field. So, as I said before, setting up in the centre of the field, surrounded by his teammates. Got a couple of guarders here that are going to protect him. Unfortunately, Ugg not getting involved himself, but there are plenty of other players to get involved. It's not going to be foolproof. The Elves can still, and are now still free, to just move across, set up a screen right across here, and that's going to stall the Orcs for another turn. Could have surf blitzed before dodging. Yep. Yeah, the blitz was on. I think it would have taken out the movement to get to the centre of the field into the cage, though. Oh man, this is tense. Edge of the seat stuff. Exactly 10 squares. He needs to make all 5 squares of movement, and it's just too easy for the Elves to stop him. I just think it's too easy for them to stop him. These Elves can move right across here, so what could we have? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe afford to move it across just 1 square, so a couple of Elves here, a couple of Elves here, a couple of Elves here. Where are the Orcs going to go? No, okay, interesting. Mumbo Jumbo moving into the corner of the cage there. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, I think you're right, Machine. There have been a lot of bad dice, don't get me wrong, but I think the bad dice haven't been game changers necessarily. So there've been good dice, bad dice, but the coaches have really been able to show their flair in this match. Doing a great job. Really great job. And they've had their odds stacked against them. Both coaches have had it tough. I'm really interested to know what the Elves are going to do over here. I thought they were just going to screen up. He's got the chance to pass to the strength 4 blitzer. He does. Oh, no, you see now so many Dark Elves tied up over there. The poor witch is down here. There's only her getting in the way of the Orcs just pouring down this side. Eldril's going to have to make a move. Ugh. Yeah, yeah. Galantrin. The fireball would be nice to have now. Yeah. Oh, that witch. I really feel for her. She is the only player who is holding that defense, and they're just going to potentially just smash straight through her. Eldril making some crazy dodges. Oh, I don't think it's going to be enough. Really needed 4+4+2+ to get through there. Oh my word, not again! Oh! Eldril once again failing to get into the minds of these players. Oh, I don't believe it. I really do think, you know, the screen here could have held them off. Like he's got an eye patch on. I think that's what it is. I think Eldril Sidewinder has his eye patch on. Yeah, Chunksar, you're right. He did make the dodge. We should give him credit for that. Let's have a look. Yeah, you see, he got a 6 on his dodge after he failed it the first time. Managed to get his other dodge, yeah. You don't want to tire him out. I mean, you know, he's a gentle soul. Needs looking after. So, the ball carrier can get down the field. The big question is, once he gets down there, how is he going to stay safe? The thrower can only really move as fast as his cage. And the cage isn't, you know, it's comprised of mostly Black Orcs. It's not going to be racing down the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So where does the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah. It could be that we're going to see the ball thrown, but that's a risky play to leave it right to the end. Yeah. No mind, no hypnosis. That's absolutely right, Sopra. I said earlier, you know, he's just failing to penetrate the thick skulls of the Orcs. And you're absolutely right. Even if he got through, what's in there? Nothing between the ears with the Orcs. And it's working in their favour. Okay, there we go. Modaka racing down the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's in range to score now. It's up to his teammates to try and protect him. How are they going to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, don't really see that working out for him. 4. Let's have a look. See what Smasher does. Smasher going around the other side, marking the players, also giving that handy guard assist. It's a good shot. Oh no, a brilliant shot by Toothgob. He knocks out Eldril. That's Eldril KO'd. He might not be back in time for overtime. We'll have to see. They do have 2 kegs, so it's not impossible, but whether Eldril will want to come back on, he seems to be pretty reticent to get involved in the game, a little bit reluctant to get up in the faces of the Orcs. It's a good shot by Basher the second. Oh, brilliant shot by Basher the second. Rambazamba injured there. Let's see how bad it is. Oh, he's fractured his arm. That's him out the next game. Rambazamba is going to be missing out on the finals if the Heartbreakers manage to pull off either thwarting this offense or getting a good score in the next up. Oh, and again, Elfbear stunned there by a great block from Thrasher. Ouch. He's going to feel that in the morning. Yep. I thought we were going to see that motif standing back up on the sideline. Just trying to get in the way of those dodges. Okay, Gertrude jumping to her feet. Oh man, this is edge of your seat stuff. It's really risky every play. I'm going to try and see a blitz from Hotpot Harry. Manages to get away from Basher and Smasher. Every time Modaka has managed to avoid being taken down by these elves. Every single time they've attacked him. He has done an amazing job. Modaka stayed on his feet throughout this match. When he had the ball in the first half, when he had the ball in this half. Incredible fortitude there by the Orc thrower. I don't know about you in the chat, but the goalposts are really annoying to me because they just get in my way. Twinkle Toes Modaka. Yeah, yeah. light on his feet. Ooh. It's a good dodge by Wabi Sabi. Just trying to get in the way of that play. Is it going to be enough? I tell you what, Mumbo Jumbo's done an amazing job so far. Oh, slips over. Kickboxing unicorn down to the ground, knocked out no less. That's another knockout for the Dark Elf team. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4 players knocked out there. 2 players are injured. Of course, we've got the fractured arm for Rambazamba and a smashed hip for Eidbian. Only the journeyman in this game. There we are. Crusher moving in to get in the way. He's good at getting involved. This is the turn. The Orcs need to score. This could be it. If something goes wrong here, then the Heartbreakers go away with the win. Comes down to this. Down to the wire. Let's see what happens next. X-Star moves up to lend a hand. They're going to really need Ugg to step up to the plate here and do as he's told. That's Thrasher saying to him, screaming in Ugg's ear, you got to make this hit, man. Are they going to move a few more players just to get the extra assists? It would be good to get 3 dice on this witch. Okay. Wow. Okay, going for the blitz. Just a push. Just trying to frenzy him. Just, ooh, that's a tough one. He really wants to give it a push, but at the same time, that leaves him in contact with the ball carrier. Decides to take the push anyway. Ooh. Was that the play to make? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he's not going to make it round. Oh, I really thought he was going to go for the 3 dice into here. Get a player in there. Get the push. Oh, ugh! Now is not the time. Oh, and he fails the loner. Ugg's not going to go for the hit. Oh, the Orcs are in a really tricky situation now. Wow. Ugg not happy to do that. Poor Thrasher tried his best. Was screaming at the troll. You got to do this one, buddy. You got to make it. And Ugg just went, make what? What are we making? What is this? Crafts? I don't know what's going on here. I think I'm just going to stand here. She looks pretty. I did nothing at all. Yeah, troll for the MVP. Wow. Yeah, Ninja Bread, man. That's right. Yeah, we're going to see the dodge and the throw. Oh, it's a nasty throw, though. 1, 2, 3 tackle zones. He needs to get the pushes. We need a player around here. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, he just can't make it into there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go and go. Then we can get something. Oh, I don't know. This is rough. This is rough, folks. Grubsnik's boys really in a tricky situation. The better thing to do would be to hand it off. Oh, he fails the handoff. Oh, my word. Oh, that's it. That's game over, folks. Oh, my word. Mumbo Jumbo goes away with the win. 1-0 win for the Heartbreakers. Wow. Whoa. That was the play. The handoff was the play. Failed it with a 1. It only needed to get a 3+ catch. Used the reroll on the troll. Failed the loner reroll. The reroll wasted for that turn. And then tried to make the handoff. Wow. MVP to One Tooth there. One Tooth. Not, I mean, he did a little bit in that match. I don't know if that earned him MVP. Eldrill managed to get the MVP. MVP for the Heartbreakers. Ain't just for turning up, because he didn't really do much else. Wow. Wow, that is mad. Could have blitzed the left side and had a straight run. Yeah, there was a chance for that. There were a few different plays. I was really interested to see the blitz on the right-hand side there. I didn't see that coming at all. I think looking for the double frenzy to get him away, but it was relying on a takedown that just never happened. Just didn't happen. But there we have it, folks. So, wow, 1-0. The Heartbreakers go through to the finals. Incredible, you know, incredible defense in that first half, and the Wizard really stole it away from the Orcs in the first half. A rapid score from them, and it was a formidable offense that they were going to have to deal with, and they managed to make it. They managed to push. Oh, okay, we've got Eck in the chat now. Yeah, messed up that blitz. Should have knocked him over. Oh, Eck, it was painful to watch. And with Ugg as well, hadn't really been too involved in that game. Failed to get that hit on the witch. Wow, that was a tough one. Yeah, really well played, Eck. And a brilliant, you have a beautiful team there. Really well played. Whoa. It's just those last crucial rolls that didn't work out. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, we were saying earlier on though, Ek, with regards to re-rolls and things, it's pretty tough, you know, with the pressure. I mean, you'll know how pressured you felt. You know, that pressure that you had there. I don't know. I'd be interested in. Obviously, we have the Discord chat. I'd be interested if you lads wanted to join me on Discord, and we could have a little after-match chat if you like. Let me know in the chat, Ek, if you want to head over to the Discord, and I can add you in on there, and you'll be coming in through the speakers. Yeah. I don't know if we can get. Oh, there you are, Mumbo Jumbo. If you want to join as well, Mumbo Jumbo, I'm quite happy to go over to the Discord. We can get you on and you can have a chat with us on the stream about how that game went. It was a crazy game to watch. I can't imagine how it will have been to play. I'm just on the Discord now. Go down to the voice channel. We can just go down to general. If nobody else will join, just join the general chat there. There we go. I'm going to take our screen. We're going to switch over to the locker room. So if you guys wanted to join me in the general chat, that's where I am at right now. Hello, Ek. I don't know if the mic might be muted there. Thanks for the coverage. Lots of respect. Thanks for this, Nail Biter. Yeah, Mumbo Jumbo, if you wanted to come and join us, it'd be great to have you. Just to have a chat about that crazy game. It's still not getting you through on the mic, Ek. But what a match. That was close. Technical difficulties, no worries. No worries, my friend. Yeah, what a game. Oh, my word. Yeah, Mumbo Jumbo, on the general voice chat, if you wanted to, you're welcome to come and have a chat about that game, how it went. Like I was saying, that was a tough one to watch. There was some really close plays. Really tough. One thing you can always do, you might be doing it already, is just to reset the voice and audio channel. And I find if you reset those settings, that sometimes works for me. In the settings, audio and voice settings, and then you can just reset those to their basic ones again. That works for me. In fact, it might be me who's having a problem. I'll reset mine as well, just in case. There you go, I'll reset mine as well. so that's resetting. Yeah, what a game! I really thought, that they were gonna manage to pull that off. Let's have a look at some of the statistics while we're all here. My Discord's just reloading. While that's reloading, let's have a look. Yeah, so the Heartbreakers didn't even have the ball for very much of that game. Just had it for the time that they quickly scored at the beginning of the second half. There we go. Let's see how I'm getting on now. There you go. I'm in there. Yeah, I'm in the general chat. Okay, so yeah, 28 blocks, 60 blocks. Look at that. Lots of KOs, plenty of running yards. 42 running yards there for the Heartbreakers. So they didn't have to race around too much. Thank you very much for joining us, Joey Webs. I'm glad you enjoyed the commentary. Monday nights, I'm normally doing our Mayhem Blood Bowl League online spin. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Hello.
Hey, there he is.
My keyboard crapped out on me. I can't use my push to talk button. Everything else was working fine.
Oh, right. I see. Push to talk. Yeah, I had problems with that too. I had to well, what a game. What a game.
Oh my
days.
God, man.
I mean, I've said it twice. I'll say it again. Watching that game was nail biting. I can't imagine how it must have been playing it.
Yeah, my hands were shaking. My adrenaline was going so much.
Oh my God. Yeah, I can imagine. Let me know as well in the chat if just to make sure that X coming through okay. Yeah. Oh, that wizard as well was. On a Monday night, Joey Webbs. What time? It's normally at 6 p.m. GMT. So what would that be? 5 p.m. UTC. You can watch the online spin. Check out the Facebook page as well. You can always, if you like that, I'll put up when I'm going to be doing commentaries, and then some more often their commentaries on my matches. But yeah. Anyway, back to that match. That wizard taking down the thrower, and we were all saying, throwers, hey, Mumbo Jumbo, thanks for joining. Yeah, we were all saying, we're gonna, yes, it's only so many turns left, there's only so much movement that this thrower can make, it's pretty close. And then when that hit, it was like, what's gonna happen? Are we gonna see the throw? Are we gonna, wow, I mean, and Mumbo Jumbo, well played. That the Orc team seemed really formidable, with all of that guard everywhere, and we were saying this is just a big chunk of green that's going to smash through these Dark Elves. How are they going to cope? How are they going to manage? Ek was just saying, it was really tense. He was really nervous. How are you feeling playing that match?
Mumbo.
That's it. He's speechless. It was that intense. He's just speechless.
It was a total nail biter. So I don't know. I mean, I had a look on the Orc team, and I didn't really know what to do. So I got lucky with the armor breaks on my side. Yeah, don't know what to say. Was crazy game.
Yeah,
Man,
sorry, go on.
Eldril was just horrible that game. Like,
and he ended up getting the MVP.
Oh, nice. Of course he did. Of course he did.
I checked the stats and it said 27%
on the on the Hypnogaze. Oh man, yeah, that was terrible.
On the Hypnogaze, sorry.
Yeah, it was unsurprising.
I'm still fucking nervous.
Yeah, it was unsurprising seeing the MVP. We all said it was going to happen. And talking about rolling a number of ones, Ugg was just not involved. He just didn't want to get involved.
He was just scratching his butt the whole time.
Yeah, he just was totally uninterested. I mean, how confident were you feeling, Ek? How confident were you feeling going into the match, given that you had quite a big team value?
Well, when I saw all the teams in the playoffs, I said, man, I hope I don't get the Dark Elves. And that's what happened. Fighting, I was pretty confident since I had just such guard superiority and just so much out strength. I thought I could just bulldoze right over him, but Mumbo Jambo did a great job of just holding the line and taking the punches and not going out.
Yeah.
I think I got one injury that game.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, there was. No, there was 2 injuries. There's a smashed hip, but that was for a journeyman.
Oh yeah.
So he's not going to be on. His career's barely even started. He's not going to get on the
there
team.
was this one journeyman, right?
Yeah, that's right. And then we had as well the fractured arm for is it Rambazamba? Yeah. So he's going to be missing the next game. He's going to be missing out on the finals. That's too bad for him. But yeah, he might be grateful. I don't know. It depends how tomorrow's game goes.
Yeah, but Bim Bambino is coming back, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, he is. Bim Bambino. Yeah, he would have been great in that game.
Yeah, I was happy he wasn't in the game.
So how are you feeling going into that match, Mumbo Jambo? Because I imagine I was talking with Pyro about his game tomorrow, and he was saying, I'm just expecting to see the team fall to pieces with the Necro team he's going to be facing tomorrow. How are you feeling looking at this guard-filled, block inundated Orc team?
I mean, it's always hard to play against high TV Orc teams, but this one's especially hard because all of this guard and mighty blow, etc. I don't know. My strategy was to just take my space, make this 2-2 defense, which didn't really work out in the first half. But as I said, I got lucky with the armor breaks. Didn't get any losses, and yeah, there was lots of Nuffle's goodwill included.
Yeah, and we were all pretty impressed as well at the decision to take the 2-turn touchdown. So some of us were saying, he's probably going to wait until about halfway into the half, but then wondering how easy is that going to be with the Orcs surrounding. But he went for that early score, and a lot of us were thinking, well, now it's going to be just a case of the Orcs trudging their way to get the draw, try and get rid of as many players as possible, get into overtime. I mean, were you a bit concerned about getting that early score? Was there hope for overtime?
Actually, as soon as I realized that I didn't have any losses from the first half, I tried to just score and see how it will go from there on. And kind of worked out. I mean, if you're playing elves, you kind of feel more comfortable playing defense generally.
Yeah.
So I just tried to make to get Ek into some pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think,
worked
Ek,
out.
when that touchdown was scored quite early on?
Yeah, when he scored so early, I was like, "Oh, now's my chance. We're gonna just grind this up the field and hopefully take out some elves along the way." And he just
Well, he was nearly there. I mean, there was a lot of KOs. We knew that there was some Bloodwiser kegs that were, tucked away in the side there that were going to help the elves come back. But there were 4 KOs coming in towards the end of that half, and it was like, if the score happens here, it's going to be really tough. Yeah, it was.
But he had 2 babes, so probably 3 of them would have come back at least.
Yeah. They worked out pretty well. That was both the wizard and the babes did pretty well. How did you feel about Eldril's performance?
Me,
Mumbo?
I was happy with it.
How about you, Mumbo? We were amazed at the number of ones.
I think I won't take him again.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah,
I
mean,
played against him one time.
Ezreal is good
And he was great.
in theory to hypnogaze the cage corners and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, break the cages. And that's what I had trouble when I was
I'm really
against
sorry
him.
to interrupt you all the time, but I'm kind of lagging behind. I don't know why.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not sure why either, but it's not a problem. Um, yeah, what else was going? Yeah, so talking about the wands and everything, um, there was a bit of talk in the chat. We had a little chat about the reroll etiquette, and some of us were really. You were saying yourself, Ek, about that reroll for the really stupid. I mean, Ugg seemed to be really stupid the entire match. He moved around a little bit in the second half, didn't do a huge amount in the first. But I wondered what your thoughts were about. We were talking about the pressures on determining when is a good time to use your rerolls. I wonder what you had to say about that, Ek.
Uh, I've gotten a little bit better about reroll discipline lately. Like sometimes there'll be a double skull and I'll sit there and I'll just take it. And I think my troll threw one at the first turn of the game before you guys connected. And after I didn't get that push up in the last play of the game, or I didn't get the knockdown, then I got greedy and I was like, well, now I'm in 2 tackle zones. So I really wanted to get that elf down, because if I knocked that elf down, then I'd be able to just that orc had an agility upgrade, so I'd theoretically just be able to walk up the corner and jump in. But I should have saved the reroll for the reroll on the troll was the bad play. It was wrong play.
Yeah, it was. Man, it was one of those where it was like, you know, what on earth is going to happen next? You know, where are they going to go? And that was the, you know, I think that was the right play, was handing it off to that agility Black Orc Blitzer. But then, like you say, by then it was pretty tough. How about you, Mumbo? Because there were a few rerolls there that seemed a little bit suspicious, and we were a bit worried that the heat was kind of getting to you at some points.
I'm pretty sure I know which one you mean. It was like, I don't think I have ever played a game where I have stretched out the time till the last second, and then it just all got heated up, and yeah, mistakes happen. Like I remember in the first half or so, the one die block on the down right side or something, which wasn't even worth a reroll, but yeah, you just try to push all the orcs away and stay alive.
Yeah.
With all that guard, it's it really makes you think and have to like reevaluate how you visualize the board and where you can even get blocks. And like anytime I play against a lot of block, my time management is always going up to the wire as well.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, and that was another thing that was just, it always felt like the games were the game was like at the edge of your seat. So what's the next thing that's going to happen? What's, you know, how do you, so this, I suppose this is a more general question, not just about this game, but how do you deal with you know, like you were saying about time constraints, the pressures of trying to come up with a decent play? What kinds of things go through your minds when you're trying to make that play happen, when you're trying to organize your thoughts and do all those kinds of risk things? You know, what's going through your mind at that point? Mumbo, do you want to answer that one first?
Yeah, I'll try. I mean, I come from a tabletop background,
Okay, yeah.
where it feels like you have more time. And you try to do the math in your head, make some kind of plan. I mean, I'm not sure if it was like this in this game, but the first minute, I'm most of the time I'm just thinking, kind of constructing a plan in my head, looking for what I will do first, dodging with players with dodge first, stuff like this. Just yeah, chance management kind of, and then yeah, if it works out, it's cool.
Yeah, always. Yeah. So yeah, it's, I suppose the standard thing of ordering the risks there. And I play tabletop more often than not as well. I'm actually relatively new to playing online. Now I think that that's absolutely right, where you kind of feel like you have a little bit more time, there's a bit more leeway. You know, it's you're not on like a chess clock kind of thing. Sometimes it can be, but not always. And so you know, you have that extra little bit of time to think of the maths and stuff like that. How about you, Ek? Are you from a tabletop background? Does a lot of that resonate with you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I used to play a long time ago, and then when Blood Bowl 2 came out, started getting into that again.
Oh, that's cool.
One thing I've started doing is I'll just look at the board, and when it's a serious game and there's a lot on the line, I will just sit there and study the board for like 20 seconds, 30 seconds before I move anything. Because sometimes later in the turn, you'll see something. Oh, if I have a guy free over here, then I'll be able to do that. But if you just stood him up, and
Yeah.
it's not. Sometimes you'll paint yourself into a corner, and the play you were focusing on at first may not be the best one, but now you're stuck with it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can understand that. That was one of the things that was really interesting at, in the drive with the Orc offense in that second half. Was some people were saying it was a pretty bold move, dedicating so many players to surfing Johnny Sins off the pitch, and I think it ended up working in the end, because it meant that strength 4 blitzer wasn't there to threaten the Orcs too much, but it looked like there was starting to be quite a lot of dedication to one side of the pitch, and then that's going to have to be kind of the side that's stuck with, and turns were ticking down, and the teams looked like it was starting to get divided. So it was really impressive to see you bring the Orc team back together on that side.
Yeah. What I was thinking was with Eldril able to just bust the corner of cages, and that strength 4 piece, that meant if I wasn't really careful, then he could almost always get 2 dice on the ball. So I focused over there on that side, and I knew that I think there was also more surf opportunities if I could just pin his elves in over there.
Yeah.
And if I could just clear the elves out of the way, then I could just march up the field. And I was also hoping to, if the surf did go off, then I was hoping to take him out for overtime. Because if he doesn't have any strength 4 pieces, then this wall of guard is just
exactly
a bear to deal with.
I've made the mistake of asking in the chat if they have any questions for you. Zopra wants to know, Mumbo, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Yeah, that's my guys from the tabletop league making fun of me.
Excellent. Out of curiosity, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Well, I have to say, I should say bubblegum, because the guys like it so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bubblegum, interesting.
I'm gonna have to go with cookies and cream.
Oh, snap. Cookies and cream. Oh, that's a bit posh. Zopra's very pleased with the bubblegum there. I like that. Oh man, it's mint choc chip. I know you didn't ask, but mint choc chip for me has to be.
Mint choc chip.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know if you can get it around here.
Whereabouts is around here for you, Mumbo?
Southern Germany.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
Oh, cool. I was born in Münster.
Oh, okay.
But I don't speak very much German. Only ambition.
Only ambition.
Yeah. So you're down Bavaria, are you? Or?
Kind of more to the west.
To the west. Right, I see. Nice. Now, how about you, Ek? Whereabouts are you based in? So we know you're US.
Yeah, I'm US. Grew up in the South for like 30 years, but I'm in upstate New York right now.
Oh wow, upstate New York. That sounds pretty. I was gonna say fancy, but it sounds pretty expensive if you ask me.
No, it's very rural.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds nice.
Just recently, we had a whole bunch of cows get loose and wander through a nearby neighborhood, and the cops were chasing them down.
That's crazy. Well, on that bovine shell, I think we'll call it there. Thanks very much for chatting with me after the game, guys. Really brilliant game to watch. Fantastic match for the semi-finals. Well done, both of you, for getting this far. And everybody's everybody over in on this side of the pond is pretty excited about player from Europe getting into the finals, because the US have a tendency, I've heard, to dominate in this competition. But yeah, commiserations, Ek, but very well played.
Thank you.
Thank you for the brilliant game, and very well done to Mumbo, the underdog, managing to come out on top.
Yeah, congrats, Mumbo, and good luck in the rest of the
Thanks,
playoff.
Ek. Thanks for the nail biter game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was that.
Okay, now I can sit back and enjoy it.
Yeah. And no doubt, will you be watching, Mumbo, to see what the outcome is going to be in the game tomorrow? Will you get a chance to watch that?
Yeah, should be free. What time is it again? 12
Should be 12 p.m. UTC.
Ooh, that's like 2 o'clock in the night here. Not sure. Maybe.
Okay. All right. I suppose it should be 2 o'clock in the afternoon for you then. At 12 p.m. I mean 12 in the afternoon rather than 12 in the morning.
Sure.
So yeah, it won't be that bad.
I'll be at work, unfortunately.
Oh no. Well, perhaps you can sneak it on your phone or something. I don't know what you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that'll definitely be one to watch, and then we'll get to see who is going to be facing off against Mumbo Jumbo in the finals. I'm going to leave the Discord chat now, chaps. Thank you very much for joining me. It's been great to hear from you both, and much appreciated. Catch you guys.
Thanks for casting.
Thank you too. Thanks for the cast.
Cheers. No worries. Okay, folks. So that's it. We just had a pretty funky interview with those guys. It sounded like they were both really on the edge of their seats. I know I was commentating it. You will have been at home. They were feeling the pressure too. Some absolute madness towards the end of that game, and it was brilliant to watch. Really fantastic semi-final there. Thank you to everybody who's given me a follow. I really appreciate that support. It's great for me, and it's really encouraging for me, and makes it all very rewarding. And thank you as well for watching the game. There we go, X following. Thank you for the follow very much. Yeah, it's been great hosting this for you all. I'm very humbled and feel a great privilege at having the opportunity to do this for TRBBL. I've had the joy of playing in it, and I do stream my own matches there, and I've really enjoyed streaming this. I hope you've enjoyed this cast. I will be streaming again tomorrow. We have the next semi-final. Let me see if I can get a graphic up in the locker room for you for the next semi-final. It is the Not Sure Yet. It's a Necro team that's being run by Monkey Chunks. That's great. Oh, thank you, Louis Jano, for the follow there. And they are going to be playing against Orc Bash Man, or Orc Bash Man with. It's been great having you all here. I'm not going to stress out trying to get the link up there, but that's 12 midday UTC. So for some of you it might be a bit forward, a bit back, but 12 UTC. So for me that would be 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So yeah, 12 UTC. Those two teams in the next match for the TRBBL semi-finals. I'll see you there. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'm going to see about whether or not I can get this game on YouTube, so for anyone who's missed it or only managed to catch part of the game, it'll be on there. It should actually be saved on my Twitch, so you should be able to watch the beginning of the game afterwards. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Check out my other games here on the Twitch channel. Check out some of the highlights. Also my YouTube channel, Monkey Juice. If you just search for Monkey Juice in YouTube, and you'll see some of my previous games in there where I do the commentary. And I stream normally Mondays 6 p.m. for the Mayhem Mondays online spin. That's just with a bunch of friends from the tabletop league that I normally run in Birmingham. And then also, more often than not, I'll be either streaming, commentating on, or playing a game on a Thursday too, normally between 7 and half 7. But thank you very much for watching. I've really appreciated the support, and I'll catch you all tomorrow at midday UTC. See you then, and thanks again.